and welcome to San Antonio Monthly Magazine TV. Today, I have a beautiful guest. Her name is Ana Isabela Gonzalez. How are you today, Ana?
I'm doing great.
You are so beautiful.
Thank you. So are you, bonita?
Tan bonita, muy bonita, bonita. So today, we are going to talk a little bit about a wonderful doctor right here in San Antonio, Texas, Dr. Sherry Weiner, and her practice, Anew You Spa. So I know that you have been working for many years with Dr. Sherry, and I want to know all about it. So I want you to tell me, what is it that you do that you love doing the most on everyone that walks into the clinic?
Yeah, of course. So Anew You is a med spa and total wellness center in San Antonio. We've been around since 2015, I believe. And we basically have a little bit of everything. My favorite thing about Anew You is probably Dr. Sherry and just the principle of what our business is. She definitely takes very good care of all of our clients. She does all of her research before providing any of these services to our clients. And best of all, she really truly treats medicine like an art. She is an artist and a perfectionist, I guess you can say, at everything that she does. You really do feel taken care of. When it's your time to be in the room with Dr. Sherry, it's your time only. And basically, it's what makes it special about you coming to our practice.
Dr. Sherry has been around for many years, and she is one of the doctors that goes around across the states to train other doctors. Now, that tells me a lot. Mm-hmm. That tells me that a lot of people trust in her. Doctors trust in her, and everyone that knows Dr. Sherry, they will know that she does treat you like an artist, and medicine and medical to her is an art. So I know that for a fact because she is a perfectionist at everything she does.
That's right.
And I can tell you as myself, because she has taken care of me and she has made me feel very bonita every time I go to Anew You. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the services.
Okay.
So I understand that the talk of the town right now is the thread treatments. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Sure. So PDO threads have been around for a couple of years. They are not all the same. They come in different shapes and sizes, so to speak. So they provide different sort of treatment outcomes. The most traditional way to use them is to lift the skin. So we do facelifts, we do neck lifts, but with that being said, we can do lifts throughout the body. Like if you're trying to firm and tighten and tone the abdomen, the glutes, inner outer thighs, back of thighs. You can even use it to help correct scar tissue, like stretch marks on the abdomen or on the hips and glutes. So you can use it for a lot of different things. You can even use it to correct acne scarring, to create a smooth texture on the surface of the skin. So again, not all threads are created equal, but they're definitely growing in technology. We have the best of the best in our clinic, and Dr. Sherry is an expert at doing them. So definitely you're in good hands whenever you come into our practice.
So I've experienced what we call the eyebrow lift with the thread, and it was fabulous because you see a result right away. You get the thread and you look beautiful. So
it's awesome.
I remember I walked in there looking a little depressed because my eyes looked a little, tired, and I walked out of there feeling like Wonder Woman. So I know that they do work, but I know that a lot of my girlfriends have had that treatment done and they love it. They love it for 3 reasons. 1, because they don't go under the knife.
Right.
2, because they're not down for such a long time to, get better. And 3, it is not complicated.
Right.
So it's like you go in, you see results right away, and you get your money's worth.
Definitely.
And the length that they last is upon yourself, correct? So they can last up to 6 months to a year, and some even longer.
Right, so they'll vary in sizes. Most of the lifting threads will last about a year to 3 years, just depending on the type of thread and the type of sutures that they have. They all will dissolve after a period of time, so basically they'll stay there until that period of time and then slowly start to deteriorate. But the science behind the technology with threads is that the thread will be put into the skin wherever the placement is necessary or correct. The lifting effect will be seen right away, but then your collagen actually starts to build 2 to 3 weeks after that procedure. So collagen production will typically peak within 3 to 6 months after your procedure, and then natural aging starts to take place. So although the threads themselves will only last about a year to 3 years, the results really last a whole lot longer.
So I did not understand, Ana Isabel, about the collagen until I started losing the collagen myself. So I want to share a little bit about myself. And
Sure.
I went through that stage of my life where I started just losing a lot of collagen. I couldn't understand what it was because, I eat very healthy. I don't believe in diets, but I do believe in balancing your meals, your food, and everything that you put into your system. I do believe in that. So I've always had a very good control about controlling everything that I put in my body. And I've always been in shape and try to stay in shape until I noticed that I was losing my collagen. Until I came in, I saw Dr. Sherry, and I've learned about how important it is to get your body to produce collagen. So I understand that the threads are a big deal of how you start helping them. How does that help?
So there's not a lot of things, unfortunately, that create collagen once collagen has lost. There's definitely a lot of misconceptions out there. There's a lot of fad things going on out there where people think that you can drink collagen and all of a sudden you have all this amount of collagen in your body. That's not really the way it works. Unfortunately, our body just has a set system where it produces a set amount of collagen, and that's affected by your hormones, your health, how well you take care of yourself, what you eat, if you're taking your vitamins, vitamins A, E, and C are the building blocks of collagen. So it's what your body uses to create that collagen. So that's why nutrients are very important. IV therapy, for example, if you're peri or postmenopausal or have low testosterone, for example, replacing those hormones and putting you in an optimal metabolic state also affects your aesthetic health as well. So, for example, if you're low in estrogen, your skin is going to suffer, your hair and your nails are going to feel brittle and dry. So correcting that will help not only optimize the way you feel about it, it'll help your skin feel more supple, but then you'll actually feel better as well in things like in your bones and joints and just regular movements and recovery that you really don't realize is going on every day of your body. And I have noticed a huge difference, ever since I've gotten my hormones, up to date, because I was that kind of patient that why I came in to see Dr. Sherry was because I was feeling tired. I was at a certain age where I couldn't lose the weight, and I gained weight, and I was having difficulties losing the weight, no matter if I just ate one soup a day. It was like I couldn't lose the weight, and it was like, okay, something's happening to me. But then I started kind of losing my sleep. I started kind of feeling tired. I was feeling very edgy, very kind of like real agey, and I'm not that kind of person. I'm always very live, good mood. I'm a very positive person. If you ask my husband, what is it that you most love about your wife, he's going to say, I love the fact that Lorena is the most positive person I have ever met in my life, because I'm always very positive. Right.
But then when you started noticing some changes, if you study your own system, you will start noticing the changes as we get older. So one thing that I've learned is it is very important to understand your hormones and to balance your hormones, so that when you come in and you get the palette, it's important to understand what is behind the palette, because a lot of people do not even know what it is.
Right. Yeah, that's totally true.
I mean, I think I've sent so many patients over to Dr. Sherry because it literally has changed my life. But one thing that I do want to talk about is about the new procedures that you guys have right now, like the vitamins that you have right now. You were talking earlier, the oxygen. Can you talk a little bit about
definitely.
that?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, we're a full wellness center, so we do have a little bit of everything. Definitely, our business is always looking to grow and expand depending on what's going on in the industry, whether it's in terms of aesthetics or wellness. Something new that we're very, very excited about is we just purchased a hyperbaric chamber, so we're going to be offering oxygen treatments. Basically, if you're not familiar with what a hyperbaric chamber is, a lot of athletes will use it for recovery, for example, to optimize their metabolism during, important events and things like that. But in terms of aesthetics, we're going to be using it to help with recovery times after treatments. It's going to help you build collagen, for example, because it helps you restore oxygen levels on a cellular basis, which is basically where we regenerate and recuperate with everything. So if you can keep that healthy, essentially it will help boost everything in your system. So that's something very new and exciting. But along with that, I would say everything in the industry is what we have. Anything that's new, even if we're not already carrying it, more than likely we're already doing the research to bring it into our business if it's something that is going to benefit our clients. So I would say we're always in the know of everything that's new in the industry. So it's only going to continue to grow. But like our website, for example, if you go to www.anewusa.com, you can actually click through a bunch of our procedures. You can see before and after photos. You can actually see videos of the actual treatments. So it gives you a lot of insight as far as what we do, but it actually also opens the door for you to see all the different things that we offer, because oftentimes people come into our clinic wanting to check their hormones, but they leave getting a teeth whitening or something different because they weren't in the know of everything that we do offer. So that's something that I really like about Anew You, that typically sometimes we come in with one end of the spectrum, but then we come out with a client on the other side of the spectrum as well. And that's really what I think Dr. Sherry was hoping to provide in a clinic like Anew You, because we really do have something for everyone. It's definitely a place where you do become Anew You. Dr. Sherry created that business with the intention to make people feel good about themselves from the inside out. And I think that she's a doctor that not only believes that, but understands that. So we have very many things that we can offer for a lot of different people.
And the most important thing is that Dr. Sherry is on top of the technology.
Right.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
She buys like the latest equipment. She has the latest equipment. And you're right. I walked in there the other day for a facial and I walked out of there with a whitening.
Right.
Because I did not know that you guys offer that. And so like every time I go in there, it's like you guys are always offering something new. And I like that because every time I walk in there, I do come out feeling like a new me.
Right, and it's a one-stop shop. Who wouldn't want to go just to one place instead of thinking, oh, I have to go get my labs done here, and then I have to go to my OB maybe to get my hormones there, but then I have to go to my weight loss doctor to get a B12 injection. Why do that when you can go get everything under one roof and get all your care under one doctor who really understands that, and then plus you got everything aesthetic on top of that. So what more do you want, right?
Exactly. So I understand that Dr. Sherry's been around for over 25 years as a doctor, and she's been just everywhere teaching and also learning from the better other doctors that she gets trained by. So it's like a teamwork, because
Definitely.
it's all about helping everyone and getting better at everything that we do for beauty.
Right, and then just to touch base about that, by the way, in case people aren't familiar with Dr. Sherry, she's been in practice over 25 years. She was a dermatopathologist in her previous practice, so she did everything from dermatology to pathology. So she has a lot of experience in that, and it's one of the things that we strive ourselves in our practice to be able to provide blood work and a lab where people can come get comprehensive analysis, where it's not only just going to have your regular hormones or liver kidney enzymes. We check for inflammatory markers, we check autoimmune diseases, we check for allergy testing for food and environment, we provide genetic testing that tells you how you metabolize medications. So I really do think that that's something that can benefit anyone at any single age going through anything. Like if you have a symptom where you don't feel like yourself or you feel like something's off, it's like I tell my patients, you're not crazy. If you feel something, something's got to give. You probably feel something, so we got to figure out what the root cause of that is so we could treat that, and that way you could feel better overall.
Okay, so Ana Isabella, what is your favorite procedure that you enjoy sharing with the patients?
Honestly, it's hard for me to just pick just one thing, but I would say my two favorite things are, my favorite procedure is the vampire facial, just because I believe it provides a great amount of benefits to anyone at any age. It's one of the best facials that you can get to create collagen, and plus it makes your skin look beautiful. Secondly, I help Dr. Sherry run the hormone clinic, and I do really think that that's something very important. I love when I hear from my patients like, oh my God, I feel awesome. I feel like myself. I'm so happy. My husband's happy. I'm not upset at home. I can control my feelings. I sleep better. I wake up and I feel rested. Or even just as simple as like I'm going to the gym and I'm seeing the results again. It's like you said, a lot of people get stuck in that rut where they gain 20, 30 pounds and they feel stuck. They think that that's life and that's where they're supposed to be. And that's not true. If you don't feel like you should feel like that, if there's something that you're feeling that you can have a better quality of life, that there's a symptom that you can correct, it's probably true, and you should probably come see us so we could try to figure that out for you.
I happen to be one of those patients. Okay, so I've gained the weight, and I did not know what was going on. I couldn't lose the weight,
Right.
and as I get older, I feel okay. That's maybe where I need to be until I started losing the sleep, and I started,
and you're like,
getting the
wait
hot
a minute,
flashes.
something else is going on. Yeah.
Your body talks to you. So for those people out there that feel that way, do something about it. Call Dr. Sherry at Anew You because they've got the solution for your problem. It is a one-stop spot. Get it all from blood work to find out your hormones, to feel better, to just look at life at a different, with a different perspective.
Right.
Because you do walk out of there feeling new, and there's nothing better than feeling young. I mean, I'm
Right.
going to be 58, and I am so delighted to say I'm 58 and I feel 20.
Yeah.
I mean, let me tell you, Ana Isabella, a lot of my friends are saying, what's going on with you?
Why do you look so bonita?
What's
Why do
going
you feel so good?
They say, what's going on with you? Because you're always smiling, you're always in a good mood, you've lost so much weight, and now for 2022, I'm dancing tango every day, So I'm dancing at least 5-6 days a week, every day. Why? Because that's what life is about.
Right.
Life is about living with joy, living with a smile on your face, being happy. I mean,
Right.
life's too short,
Amen to
I
that.
mean, with everything that has been going on around the world, life's too short. It might as well take advantage and enjoy every bit of it. So if you are one of those people that are having a tough time losing weight, that are having a tough time sleeping, that are having a tough time smiling when your husband gets home, that are having a tough time dealing with the kids, that's going through a lot, and you are noticing that you're gaining the weight, you are noticing that you're feeling tired, that you look at yourself in the mirror and your eyes are starting to look tired, your face is starting to look just a little thinned out, or just a little, what is the word, droopy?
Droopy.
Droopy, where you feel sad. And I mean, that has happened to me. I mean, I was at the point where I've lost so much weight, I've lost all the collagen, and I've lost all the fat around my face. And one thing is that you can take pictures and you can Photoshop all day long, but when you're in video, you can't Photoshop.
Right.
Video, it is what it is, and you're gonna get what you see. So being in the business, in the production business, is like, oh no, I gotta go
Right, it's important.
I gotta go see Dr. Sherry because I gotta make sure I look good behind camera, because you can't Photoshop camera,
Right.
So if you are one of those people, don't hesitate to get up and make a difference in your life, because I think that is important. So let's talk a little bit about the nutrition. Dr. Sherry has an amazing nutrition, because I've known a lot of my friends that I've sent there, and a lot of the patients that I've met through Anew You that has literally changed their life. Can you tell me a little bit about the nutrition?
Yeah, definitely. So our nutrition program, I would say, is very comprehensive. We do have a lot of different things that entail that program. We have specific weight loss programs for people looking to lose a set amount of weight in a certain amount of time. We always ask, do you have a goal in mind? Is there a number where you feel good at? Is there a size dress that you felt really great at? We ask those questions primarily to come up with a game plan to see how long we have to get there. And then from there, we can set you up with a program. As I mentioned, we have weight loss programs tailored to different medical conditions like prediabetes and diabetes. We have patients that are on hormone therapy but also want a little kickstart in weight loss. So we have a lot of nutrients, IV therapy that are geared towards those goals as well. And then a lot of people don't realize that weight gain can come from a lot of different factors. Like, it can come from allergies, it can come from hormone levels, it can come from inflammation, it can come from a lot of different factors. So really, if we start with a wellness panel and we can determine what that root cause or what's causing that inflammatory response in your body, then we can really create the best weight loss or wellness plan for you with that kind of goal in mind. So we have a little bit of different things for everyone, but just depending on what your goals are, we can kind of help you get there in different manners. But we have everything from daily vitamins to weekly injections. We have IV therapy. We have set weight loss programs where you have a coach that you meet with weekly, where you have, a meal plan. We take your measurements. We're checking all your vital signs every time that you're coming in to making sure that you are seeing the results that you're hoping for by the time that you're hoping to get there by.
Well, I can tell you one thing that I've definitely seen results of myself. 100%. It's like a new me, and I feel good about it. I feel excited because I get to share it with my friends. And for those of the ones out there that are hesitating to do something out of the box, 2022 is the year that you need to get out of the box.
Right.
Go
And,
get it done.
the best thing about this too is that it really doesn't cost anything to find out. Our consultations are complimentary. If you have medical insurance, we even accept Medicare and TRICARE, for example. We can start with a comprehensive wellness panel for both males and females and at least get you your baselines. I can promise you we're going to tell you something that one of your doctors didn't tell you, and then from there we'll come up with a game plan just tailored to your needs, whatever you kind of want to go with. And another thing that I want to add to that is, our body, our skin, our life is ever changing. Life is always life. So I can tell you, just like how you feel with Dr. Sherry, if I showed you a picture when I first started working with Dr. Sherry as to now, I feel more myself today, more beautiful today than when I started with. And I feel more secure in my own self because of Dr. Sherry. And I feel like that's something that I would love to give other people and continue to do in, my daily day-to-day life. But definitely that's something very, very important that I think everyone should have. Everyone should feel like their best self every day.
Their best self every day. Yeah, you are absolutely correct, Ana Isabella. So I want you to tell me, what is it that you are looking forward through the whole year of 2022?
Well, I would say just in general, I have always been a very positive person, so I always have a positive outlook to the coming year. I always look forward to growth, for new opportunities, new people to meet, hopefully, and I just always hope to, make people look and feel beautiful and be able to help them in any way I can. I know that everyone has a different story. Everyone has a different place where they started. People are always afraid that they waited too long to start, or, that they started and they're not going to get the results, but it's never too late to start. It's never too long to stay. People always ask, like, how long should I do hormone therapy for? How long should I be on a wellness program? For as long as it makes you feel good, for as long as it gives you better quality of life, for as long as it relieves your symptoms, for as long as it makes you happier. Why wouldn't you do it, right?
Ana Isabella, why do you think that people should go to Dr. Sherry Bueno?
Well, for one, Dr. Sherry is just a very professional woman. She is well versed in her field of study and many things outside of that box as well. She really cares about what she does. She really just treats you with special attention and care. You never feel rushed at her clinic. You always have all the time and attention to detail, and anything that I've ever had, any problem that I've ever had, any concern that I've ever had, I feel like I've always been able to run to Dr. Sherry as my physician, not just because she's my practitioner who I work for, but she actually does my work as well. So I trust her on a personal basis, on a work basis. And as I tell many other people, Dr. Sherry is like my second mom. I believe in her that much, and I think that she's awesome at what she does. And I hope that everyone has the opportunity, to meet her, to be in the room with her, because you'll learn something. You'll better your life in some way, shape, or form.
Exactly. And you know what? For those of you that already know Dr. Sherry, I know that you love her, but those people out there that have never met Dr. Sherry and will meet Dr. Sherry, one thing that I can tell you about Dr. Sherry is she does take that time with each patient.
Yeah.
And I love it that you don't feel like you're rushed, like you're not important, like, okay, you're just another one or just another number.
Right, exactly.
Like a lot of these places that you go to, it's like, first of all, they tell you to be there at a certain time, and next thing you know, it's like they don't even pay attention to you. With Dr. Sherry, she literally does take the time. I mean, I've been at her practice where we've stayed up till midnight, but she gets the work done. When she's in the mission, she's a perfectionist. And I've always said, my husband and Dr. Sherry have one thing in common. They're two best friends. They're two peas in the pot, but they are perfection. They're perfection at what they do,
right.
And they're passionate about what they do. So when they meet you, they don't treat you like a number.
Right.
You know how most clinics and most people go and they feel like a number?
Right.
I mean, when you go with Dr. Sherry, you are someone special, and she's going to make sure that it will be a new you before you walk out of the
That's right.
Anew You.
Anew You.
You agree?
I agree.
Well, thank you so much, Ana Isabella, for coming right here to San Antonio Monthly Magazine TV, sharing a little bit about Dr. Sherry. And what I most like about this whole entire conversation that we've had is how you feel about Dr. Sherry.
Oh, yes. I honestly really do love working for Dr. Sherry. I think she's awesome. And if everyone got to meet her, they would see why.
Well, I love Dr. Sherry as a friend. I have a lot of respect for Dr. Sherry. Dr. Sherry is one of a kind. She's the kind of lady that you will meet in the first 5 minutes that you meet her. It's like you've known her all your life.
Right.
You agree?
I agree.
You know,
She has a big heart.
She's got a big heart. She's humbled. She's beautiful. But besides being humble and beautiful, she's a perfectionist. And I think that's what I most like about her.
Yep.
because
That's what we like. Yes, absolutely.
Do you agree?
I agree.
mean, she looks at you and she goes into detail.
Yeah.
Whether you like to hear it or not, she's gonna tell you the truth
Exactly.
and what you need.
Exactly.
You know, and also she works with you, you know, with the prices and stuff. So
Definitely.
that's what I like. I like the fact that you guys take insurance, you guys take Medicare, you guys
Yeah, and we
do
have a lot
blood
of financing options, even, you know, and everyone has a budget. Like I said, everyone has a life. Some people have kids, some people are married, some people have schools, some people have bills. Everyone has bills, right? So we all understand that. So it's just a matter of coming in, let's see what you're needing, what you're wanting. Let's set up some sort of a budget if you have that, and then let's come up with a game plan and let's get you there. It's like I tell all of my clients as well. I'm the same way. I pay one thing off and then I go to the next thing on my list that I want done, and we just keep going like that, and you just keep bettering yourself every single time.
That is absolutely wonderful. What is good to know. Thank you so much for being right here at studio and talking a little bit about beauty. 2022 is your year. Make a difference. Go out of the box. Make yourself feel a new you with Dr. Sherry Wine. Any other thing you would like to add to this?
No, just thank you very much for having me. I appreciate you spending time to talk about Anew You and Dr. Sherry. We look forward to meeting all of you guys, and let me know if you all need anything. And my name is Ana Gonzalez, and thank you so much, Lorena, for having us here at Bonita Productions.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you, San Antonio Monthly Magazine TV, for always supporting our community and everything we do. Until next time, hasta la vista.